ordering that Mr. Teff spend 5 days in jail. He is to report to jail on June 16th at 7 p.m. All right, Alonza Morris Teft and Michael Teft.
Here, Your Honor.
Is Michael Teft here?
Here.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. All right, Ms. Morris Teft has brought a motion for contempt for failure to pay the spousal support. We've been here before on that issue. She turned in a declaration indicating that Mr. Teft basically said that there's no way that he's going to pay it. Is that a fair statement, Mr. Teft?
That is correct.
All right. We're here about the third time on a contempt motion for failure to pay. And by the time we get to a third time, I start thinking about jail time. I want you to be aware of that. So if I'm thinking that, does that change your mind about making these payments?
No, I've already addressed it with the courts. Certain things, that, I wasn't even there. That's why I was in default. It needs to be looked into. Obviously, the judgment is going to be poor, especially if it goes to jail time, in my opinion.
And
Your Honor.
Just a minute. I think we talked before about you moving to set aside the default. How come you haven't done that yet?
Well, Judge, it's been a matter of emergency. I've lost my job. Transportation is usually the most reliable thing. Detriment has been caused towards my vehicle. I've had my tire slashed 3 times, broken windshield, and sugar poured in my tank over a course of the month. And the police have done nothing about it. All I could do is report it, Judge.
Your Honor, I submitted copies of what he's been having, receipts of what he's been spending money on, and how it also his pay stubs as well. I submitted all that today, showing that he has the money to pay and he chose not to. I also have a video of him saying that he doesn't give a F what the judge or the courts say, and that he wasn't going to pay me the alimony or the repayment that he was supposed to pay. And he said he didn't care that if you guys sent him to jail or not.
And personal belongings have been stolen as well. That's how he received any form of receipt.
Too, as well, of him admitting all that, because I tried to work out with him and he chose
harassing. I did file a harassment order not too long ago, but it was denied for some reason. I understand it looks bad when I've had a protection order against her, but for some reason the judges never accepted that into any of the cases. So it just became problematic with the courts and just well-rounded problems.
That's a lie too, because I'm the one who had the protection order when I have the child. So,
all right, just hang on a minute. All right, I've got a decree of dissolution that was entered on April 14th, 2023, requiring a payment of $650 each month starting May 5th, 2023. That decree was signed by Judge Basher of this court.
As well as a repayment of $3,113 that he stole from me, my tax refund that he stole when he kicked me out.
I understand that. We've already entered a contempt order on that amount, so I'm not going to enter that amount again. Each contempt order creates a judgment for the amount, so we don't need to repeat that. But we are in a position where we have a valid order of the court for that payment. I understand was entered because of a default. I think I have given, that was in April. Now it's in June. I've indicated Mr. Teft several times that he should move to set aside the default if he thinks he has the grounds. That hasn't been done. So I am going to enter a contempt order again on the $650 for May and June. I'm going to remove the $3,113 because that has already been entered.
I also have a video saying that he's not going to pay regardless. Like, I tried to work out payment plans with him and he's over here lying, saying he lost his job and this and that, but yet he's spending hella money on buying, taking these little females out to eat and buying stuff for his car and and just blowing money like it's nothing, but yet he won't pay what he owes. And I feel like last time he got a slap on the wrist because the court, he straight up told me right after court, "You're not getting shit," is what he said to me, and I have it on video.
All right, we don't need to swear on the docket, okay?
I was just trying to tell you what he said. That's all. I didn't mean to swear.
All right, I'm entering an order of contempt for, again, May's spousal support of $650 and June's spousal support of $650. That was to be paid by the 5th of the month. It hasn't been paid yet. And I'm additionally ordering that Mr. Teff spend 5 days in jail. He's to report to jail on June 16th at 7 p.m. I'm going to put this over to next week, so this will be back on the docket on June 21 at 9 a.m. If Mr. Teff is not reported to jail, then I'll issue a bench warrant for his arrest based on that jail requirement. And sir, if you make a payment for June, that'll probably purge the jail requirement, but you'd have to make a payment and show it to the court.
So payments regards anything, or how's that work?
I'm going to set, I haven't issued a bench warrant yet, so I'm going to order that you spend 5 days in jail. If we have to issue a bench warrant, I'll set bail on that next week.
Okay, and you said it'll be, you're going to put it back on the docket for what day?
June 21 at 9 a.m.
How many contempt orders am I at?
There's about 3 at this point.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with contempt orders, but I'm not sure the stipulations around, how much time you can put around that, because those are things I'd actually like to consider. I mean, like I said, I stick to my point of view when it comes to my decision. I do want to contest the default, but it's just everything's been problematic lately. So I just want to make sure I'm fully aware of what contempt orders, because I don't have the legal help. But
you're in contempt because you're not complying with the decree of dissolution.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand the limit of the amount of time you can put on a contempt order, because I mean, I know there's so many. I do have my point of view, and I can only consider the payments at this point, even though they're orders.
Michael thinks he's above the law, Your Honor. He thinks you don't have to follow court orders.
No, I just don't want rights and wrongs, and there's a difference.
All right. Well, I would love to consider your point of view, but you need to move to set aside the default before we get there. Okay. There's a court order. You're not complying with it, and I'm ordering that you go to jail because it appears on the docket and from the declarations your failure to comply is willful.
Can we move to set aside for a little time so I can set aside the default? Because if that was the case, I'm trying to continue work. I've lost my job because of certain factors.
You can move. You need to submit paperwork on that, and you can do that at any time. If you can get it in by next week, I'd be glad to consider it next week.
Okay.
Okay.
And does he have to serve me a copy of those papers too, or no?
Ask that one more time.
You have to serve me a copy of those as well?
Yes, whatever he files with the court has to be served on Ms. Tuft.
Okay.
All right. Thank you both. We'll probably be here next week.
Okay, but he has to go to jail on the 16th, right?
Yes, that's when he's supposed to report to jail.
Okay.
But we'll be back here on June 21 at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.